I always wanted to conduct. I remember running around the house, waving my arms and conducting when I was a little kid, and I ran into that music stand over there.
Maestro Lawrence Kohl grew up in a musical household. As a boy, one instrument in particular caught his eye.
The clarinet in 4th grade in the school music program.
Although always a student of music, philosophy captured his imagination.
I finished my master's in philosophy.
But the music bug was always there, as was Kohl's penchant for starting things. In his case, music groups.
I've had a hand in starting 4 or 5.
So what do you think's behind that?
I don't know. Entrepreneur, like to start things, like to see things happen.
For the last 27 years, Kohl has served as founder, director, and maestro of the Pacific Chamber Orchestra, bringing quality classical music to Bay Area communities by combining brilliant musicians with a unique repertoire in a friendly local atmosphere.
When we started the Pacific Chamber Orchestra, the original name was Chamber Orchestra of San Leandro back in 1989. We knew that people were tired of traveling long distances to go to concerts, but wanted to have concerts and wanted to have them close to home, and wanted to have something that was truly professional.
By that time, Kohl had already successfully started 4 other classical music groups.
All those groups still exist, every single one of them.
While doing doctoral work at UCLA in musicology, Kohl was also studying conducting. But the Oakland Symphony had just gone under, so Kohl and a couple of colleagues decided to seize the moment.
We knew that someday an Oakland Symphony would come back, so it wasn't a question of trying to replace that. It was really more an experiment of what would make an orchestra survive.
And survive the orchestra has, weathering
3 economic downturns, so over 27 years.
Today, the Pacific Chamber Orchestra performs in Livermore and Lafayette, attracting classical music lovers with its unique and high-quality musical experience, as well as its convenience and affordability.
I love having local live music in an intimate venue, wonderful programs. It's easy to do.
According to Kohl, the secret to the orchestra's staying power and appeal is being
a chamber orchestra
rather than a full symphony orchestra.
The chamber orchestra is a very interesting model for an orchestra because it has a tremendous amount of flexibility in terms of the numbers of players that you would have on stage.
Such flexibility means the orchestra can adjust its size and budget with the times. It also allows for exploring more robust musical offerings. You get to pick some really cool stuff.
Yeah.
Kohl feels tremendous artistic freedom, reflected in the orchestra's uniquely exciting programming. One concert might feature Baroque selections, requiring less players.
On the other hand, we might be doing a classical or a Romantic era work that requires more players, as well as commissioning new works that may require different size ensembles.
Or perhaps even a full chorus. Kohl often chooses pieces not commonly performed.
He's very creative in looking for those interesting gems, maybe forgotten gems, and pairings also. The way he pairs things together, I think, is very unique and interesting.
The idea is that each program has a unique musical thread that connects the works, but there's always a gestalt there.
You've got 3 totally different emotive affections going on. Amazing how he does that.
At every performance, Kohl explains these connections to the audience, believing it isn't enough just to play the music, but also to make concerts informative.
Here's his overture.
I enjoy Maestro Kohl's talk that he gives. I think it adds another dimension.
It's very enlightening. It enriches the experience.
The Pacific Chamber Orchestra boasts top Bay Area professional musicians, many players with the San Francisco Symphony,
the San Francisco Opera, the San Francisco Ballet. They're doing the shows at the Curran Theater. They're doing the recordings at Skywalker Ranch.
So what is it that attracts such accomplished musicians to the Pacific Chamber Orchestra?
The music, the repertoire.
It's very intimate. We're trying to play from our heart.
There's a sense of camaraderie that I enjoy. We listen to each other. We like playing together.
All of which can be summed up in one word:
It's fun.
I really like playing with this orchestra. It's fun.
While Kohl and his professional musicians are the face of the orchestra, he relies on a dedicated team of volunteers behind the scenes for fundraising and publicity.
The Pacific Chamber Orchestra takes a lot of people to make it work.
His Livermore board and La Miranda committee members are committed.
I'm passionate about it, and everybody on the board is passionate about what they do. And that passion and exuberance is contagious.
I love the arts, and I thought this was a great opportunity.
The Pacific Chamber Orchestra is an asset to the community, and as a resident, I feel it's my obligation to maintain those assets.
They are equally inspired by Lawrence Kohl.
He brings a lot of energy, a lot of vibrations. I think Lawrence is the soul of the orchestra.
And for Kohl, the feeling is mutual.
It's just amazing to me and humbling and a motivation to me, the amount of energy, time, dollars everybody puts in to bring this great music to the community.
Beyond his enthusiasm for making classical music available today, Kohl and his team are bent on keeping this art form alive for tomorrow by cultivating classical music appreciation with his school music education programs.
Those people that come to classical orchestra concerts do so because they had a positive experience with classical music in their youth. It may not materialize for 30 or 40 years, but that's when it happens.
For Kohl, the impact music education can have on young minds is invaluable, believing kids become better students and perhaps smarter.
You know, Albert Einstein played the violin and loved to do it.
Educators agree.
When we expose kids to music, it's really good for kids. They perform better in the classroom when music's part of their lives.
So even as Kohl and the Pacific Chamber Orchestra are busy building the next generation of music lovers, they are fully engaged in pleasing today's classical music fans with their special offering.
The greatest music, the greatest players in the area, close to home, and a way of experiencing music that will be enriching and educational, fun as well.
An experience springing from the musical connection once found by a boy with an imaginary baton.